Okay, ladies, this is part 2 of my scrap room remake. Like I said, this is probably my messiest corner, but here's the desk I work on. I call it just what it is, my gray desk. And all of these little buckets that you see, a lot of them I found at Target for like $1, and I keep all my, my pens and my gel pens and my colored pencils in there. And right below it was a space to put some empty containers that I still had left over and I haven't painted yet. But that's filled with the really tiny beading, to glue on to your paper. It's not the kind you would bead with. And the glitter and glitter spray and the angel mist is all right there. And below, those green boxes hold all my Kodak printing stuff for my Kodak printer. And what I'll do is I'll walk around here, and you can see it from this end. And right here, of course, the caddy that everybody has to hold all the utensils. Right here's my area that I'm actually working on now, because I am going to transfer all my vinyl and my VHSs. I'm going to be starting that, and we're actually just started setting up this area today. My husband's taking stuff apart upstairs and stuff so we can do it. And then, in my gray desk, the top one is all my adhesives and my dots. Down below are pictures that I want to put into books. Over here are all my X-Acto knives and cutting blades for my cutting board. And what I used to have down below in the bottom one was all my 8.5 by 11 paper. Well, now that's been taken out, and in there I have templates and projects that I have bought from the internet to do. And I have sketchbooks in there for how I want to lay out scrapbooks and everything else. Anything to do with ideas and everything is right there. And directly in front of my desk now is this paper holder my girlfriend found, believe it or not, at Goodwill. And I got all my 8.5 and 11 paper in there. All the shades of green are in one area, all the shades of yellow. If I had 2 or 3, some of them, like my purple, I had to take up 2 areas of purple. And then pattern paper there. This is actually, you can usually find this at an office store, ladies, because it's actually a doctor's office equipment. And up here, sorry about the glare, this is where you can see those cubby holes from my work area. I get to look at this as I'm working. There's a mantle clock from Paper Phenomenon that I'm actually working on in the middle of my island. I actually can't get the hands to stay on there really tight, so I'm going to have my husband fix it. Other than that, it's done. Even that little container right there that has love and butterfly, that has stuff in it. Like I said, I utilized every little thing I could. I have all my recipe cards in there and my sacks to, put charms in it and everything. Tape, my packing tape, everything. I try to find a spot for everything. Okay, now to come back over here, and this is my computer desk. Of course, as you can see, on one side I keep all my art books and anything to do with office equipment. Over here are my how-to books, card making, all occasional paper crafting, anything. I have the ultimate scrapbooking guide. And then right here are some of my other angels, or I should say fairies, that I have found to display. I usually, when I come down here, I turn on this light and I open up these doors. Okay, now to work around, that is, like I said, my daughter's room. Now, this cart, I actually got this idea for my husband. I've had these carts forever. And what I do, these are actually 2 projects that I am working on. And what it is when I need to get my supplies, I take this cart and I roll it over to where my stamps are, I roll it over to where my punches are, and I load up everything I know I'm going to use for my project, and I put it on this cart, and then I bring it to my work area. That way I'm not up and down, 10, 15, 20 times. And this is like my / card wrapping area. Sorry about that mess right there. But all of this down here, this holds cards, or those are extra ribbons that could not go up here in my ribbon rack. And in these 2 drawers, the top one is kind of messy still, but it's mostly cards and lace. That's all I have in there. The bottom drawer is nothing but the big huge flowers that couldn't fit in my little tiny drawers. And right here, this is where I keep all my fibers now, and my lace and the frog ribbon that we get. That pretty, I love all of that stuff. And then the drawer below that, this holds projects that I have done or cards, anything to do with cards. And then right next to that, I call this my stamping area. Well, these are 2 projects I should have moved before I started taping. This is where I keep all my stamp pads, and my little stamp pads are right here, the ones that are too small to fit in there. And this is all clear stamps, all my clear stamps, and a little tiny little bit alphabet stamps. The next drawer is my foam stamps. Well, oops. And down below is the kits that I bought, like from QVC. That's my Anne and Griffin stamps right here, the clear ones, and the wood block stamps, alphabet stamps. Then of course there's this container, this one my husband built, and then I had 2 of these little ones side by side. Well, what I did was I took them apart because we found this kitchen cabinet. Go ahead and open it up, Brittany. We found this kitchen cabinet, and that's where I put all my stamps, and it's right above my fireplace. And then go ahead and close that. And then right next to it is the other side. And when I separate my stamps, my stickers, and my papers, I do all of mine by theme. I know a lot of people online do theirs by maker, like die cuts with a view, or graphic 45, or the Brenda Walton papers or stamps. I don't do it that way because I find myself looking in 3 different spots for one little thing. So I don't care who made it. If it has to do with flowers, it's with flowers. If it has to do with Halloween, it's with my Halloween. To me that's easier to work for. And then over here on this wall, I went ahead and with the cabinets that you get from Michael's, I put all my smooch, my distressed crackle paint, my regular folk art paint, my stickles, and over here are all my clips. I mean, I had tons and tons of clips. And I actually was gonna use these, for projects for my kids for school, but realized they'll look good in scrapbooks. And believe it or not, those aren't filled yet, but that little corner where I showed you all my little drawers, that's probably what I'll be able to put all my stuff. Now here, before I started really buying by paper pack, these are my individual papers, and like I said, I don't do it by maker. I do it by themes. So let me see if I can get in. So anything, let's see, like this one says words and patterns, items and things, flowers, flourishes, fall, school. I don't care who made it. If it has bubbles on it, like this one had, anything I think that has to do with mom and dad, or Christmas, heritage, I don't care who made it. It's in that area. That way I'm not looking in 3 different spots, like at the Brenda Walton paper and then the graphic 45 when I'm looking for, like wedding paper. It's all in one spot. And same right here. Let's see if I can get this. This is my stamps. I will go ahead and have my daughter grab one of them, but right here, if you look on the side, it says, you know, I have flowers, school, garden, plants, tea party, and music. Go ahead, and then that's how I separated it. I didn't care if it was K and Company, if it had the garden on it, like this is my alphabets. If it had garden on it or fairies, it's with the garden and fairies. It's not with my alphabet stamps. Because then I'll know when I'm doing a garden page and I need garden letters, they're already with all my garden stickers. I hope that makes sense, because to me that's just a lot easier to separate it like that, by theme than by maker. And then like anything to do with school, like I said, and then garden, tea party. Oops, I just noticed I was getting off, but that's how I did it. I have one that says like butterflies, one that has dragonflies, and that's basically how I separate all of my embellishments, my stickers, and my papers. About the only real paper that I don't separate by theme is the graphic 45 paper, which I have tons of it, but most of this is just, you know, paper by the stack. And like one area might be nothing but girl stuff, one area might be all the boys, one is heritage, one is Halloween, one is Christmas. This is all my graphic 45 paper right here. Then I have like chipboard and stuff down there. Then my hot off the press paper. And then more theme paper. Like I have like the kitchen paper, flower paper. And this area, like I said, I call this my Michael side. I'll have my daughter open these up. And here I keep like hardware, whether it be for to make purses or, you know, anything. There's keys in here. There's hardware for closures. I have little knobs in here that I can put on an altered box. Clock pieces in here. My next drawer is nothing but like dowels and feet or cut wood. The die cut woods that I have. So anything wood is in here. Then down below I have all part of my bling is all the round pearls. And the glitter pearls and gems are all right here. And next to it I have the Prima bling, where you have all of the pretty Prima designs and stuff that we all use very often. And then below that, those three drawers, that's just like my kids' drawer. There's paints and chalks in there and paint supplies. It's not just paints. And I have my mat, my Tim Holtz mat that I can hot glue on and glitter on and, you know, paint on, and I have to worry about ruining my work surface. And down below, it's actually just, this is real costume jewelry that I found in a garage sale probably about 10 or 12 years ago. And I knew I was going to use it, but I have not had the heart to take it apart. I actually might try to sell this instead of using it now on my scrapbooks. I don't have the heart to ruin the jewelry, because that is actually very old jewelry. Then my next drawers, this is where I have all my birds. And for bird houses or bird cages that I do. Right below that drawer is nothing but cardinals. Cardinals is a big thing in our family. So whenever I try to make something for my family, I try to use a cardinal. Next to that are spiders and, you know, little deer, any little animal that I could find that I can glue onto a scrapbook. And above that are all my butterflies. And believe me, if I could find dragonflies, I'd use those too. And they'd probably be in here with all of this. And then those next three drawers are nothing but kits that you can buy, like when Bo Bunny had kits and you buy the whole kit and then you put it together. That's what all these three drawers are nothing but the Bo Bunny kits. And then there's more paper. this side of the paper is more like all the paper that we use for holidays. Because I have, you know, I love doing Christmas and Easter books. And then this is my flower area. This is just jam-packed with flowers, whether it be Prima flowers, Got flowers, flowers I bought on clearance. Geez, it's just stuff I found at garage sales. That's one flower drawer. A lot of the next one is my feathers and flowers. I mean, some of them came as kits, and some of them are like, these are the Prima flowers that I need to paint with my smooch and stuff. But that's all flowers, and down below are nothing but like the leaves and big huge sunflowers and peacock feathers, and then the bottom drawer is basically for wrapping. Anything that I have to wrap or use for, you know, when I wrap up a present for my little nephews or something like that. And then I will show you the other side of this island, and then that should be it. Now these are not neat at all. These are all projects that I want to alter. And some of this stuff I've had probably 8 years, if not longer. You know, there's trays in here. There's the Tim Holtz boxes. These little gift Chinese boxes. Actually, these are boxes that I want to alter. There's more projects that I've bought off the internet that I have not done. But this is basically everything I want to alter. And in between these cabinets, I was going to put a chair there or my trash can. But I know I couldn't find a chair big enough, and I realized I have my big cutting board. It's right back there. Yeah. And I have my Martha Stewart, you know, bone folder area, and then I have the cutting mat that we can use, that a self-healing cutting mat. I decided that, and all my poster board that the kids use for projects, I just decided to use that. Now these next two drawers are filled with nothing but chipboard. Chipboard that came in kits. Go ahead, Brittany. I mean, if it's baby chipboard, the Maramosa chipboard, I don't care if it's, this one I do believe is nothing but alphabet. That's all my chipboard alphabet. There's more of the Angel Mist chipboard. I mean, just any kind of chipboard you could think of. It's right here. I have like my Christmas chipboard in there. And the last one is all the Tattered Angels. Go with the Glimmer Mist, all the chipboard for that. And then raw chipboard in the back. And then this is all, these are projects I have to do. I didn't have a place for it, but there's more chipboard. And let's see. See, I haven't been in these drawers for a while. Oh, yep, there's where all my stuff for my cinch, where I can make my binders, because I actually had them in a box up here on the bookcase, but they were getting dusty. And these are actually, when I bought Stamp 'em Up kits at garage sales, I kept the containers, and I'm one of these people, if I don't use it after a few months, then I'll get rid of it, because I separated it all. So I'm just actually keeping those in case I changed my mind and wanted to put my Stamp 'em Up stamps back in there. And in here, this is kind of like my catch-all drawer, I guess you could say, my junk drawer. I have trays that I want to alter. These projects that I bought off the internet, my Xeron refills, and then containers that I got to hold more of my embellishments. And more ribbon that I have no place for. But yeah, this is kind of like my catch-all cabinet. Well, ladies, I hope you enjoyed my tour of my scrap room. If I left anything out and there's something that you want to see up close that I didn't show you, just leave a comment and I will get back to you. I'm sorry if this is shaky and out of focus. I tried to do it kind of fast because this is like my third attempt, but Here again, I'll show you. This is my craft area. My husband and my best friend helped me build it and paint it. And like I said, it's like 25 feet long, maybe even longer than that, and about 12 feet wide. I hope you all enjoyed my room. And if, like I said, if you have anything that you wanted to see more of, just let me know in the comments area and I'll try to get it online for you. Thank you. Bye.